Hey everybody, Gutter Bird here, and we're here with another one of the worst movies on YouTube. And guess what? It's the end of the month, so that means it's... Cult of fucking Koontz edition. Yay!
Don't do it.
What?
Don't even act it. I can see the pain in your eyes.
I'm trying to hide.
I might not be able to see it, but
I'm trying to hide. This was the most painful Ron Koontz movie we had to fucking watch, and it fucking was. You're going, oh, that was a rough one. I wish we would have picked something else. I wish we would have listened to Mr. Cool and did Modern Gunfighter so we could have seen him kiss that gorgeous lady.
No.
But anyway,
it's painful, but
I'll just say this movie straight up lied to us.
Yes.
It was epic at the beginning.
Oh, it was.
Because it starts off with this hat on a stick, right? And then Ron comes in, checks the camera.
Right, make sure everything's good.
And then fucking fixes the hat on the stick, and then kicks it once.
Twice. 3 times around.
And then kicks it this time, and I guarantee he fell over, but it just happened to be off camera.
Dude, he was like, whoa! You know, I guarantee it.
And then this text comes up saying this was filmed at Milo Holt's Western Film Extravaganza.
Yeah, it was a bash.
Was it really filmed there? Because I'm pretty sure most of this was filmed 5 years in the past in fucking bumfuck North Carolina.
Well, I don't know, because the timelines in this movie don't quite add up.
Nothing in this movie adds the fuck up. But anyway, and it now cuts to Ron's fucking head over top of a kung fu movie.
Oh my god.
And this is fucking epic here.
His hair is like all the way out to here. He's wearing a fucking helmet or some shit.
Oh my god, fucking great.
Oh.
See, I'm saying this movie's lying to us.
Yeah.
Amazing. But oh yeah, round 2, which is the same as round 1.
Exactly. And they just kept repeating the same shot.
But see, epic! And from this point on is when it just starts going down fucking hill, because it fades to all these cowboy people doing this Western reenactment in this town.
Right, besides
Western town.
2 fake horse,
plaster horses and stuff.
Stagecoach thing.
So yeah, this happens.
Now, Cowboy!
And I was like, hey, they're supposed to be in the Old West, right? Why is there a fucking truck idling in the background?
But it's a reenactment.
It's a reenactment, right. Okay, so fine. It's a reenactment. What that has to do with your movie?
Well,
where does this fit in? Who's shooting who? Explain it to me.
We'll get into it because it cuts to this Dodge Neon parked outside of somewhere completely different. Ron gets out of said Dodge fucking Neon and then goes into this place where he's talking to Ron in a shorter toupee.
Ron
glasses.
doing his best impression of Rick Moranis at 80. And then the other Ron, he's doing his best impression of Oscar Acosta, hanging out with Hunter S. Thompson.
But yeah, so they have this conversation about the karate demo.
Inspector Williams, come in, have a seat. I just want to compliment you on your fine showing at the karate demonstration. I hate that I couldn't be there, but the sheriff in this county duty calls. Thank you, Sheriff Taylor. That's a nice compliment. But I'm sure you didn't call me in just for that.
Yeah, that happens.
Did you just see what Donnie Chester did to us, man?
And then they talk about this missing persons case.
Right now, it's just a missing persons case. And it might not even be that. The reason I called you in, it was William Rivers. His native name is Billy Two Rivers, and it's my understanding that you served with this man in the military. You know him, you know his behavior. And that might be our only way of tracking him down. That might be our only way to possibly find out where there's foul play.
Because, of course, Ron is a sheriff and an investigator.
Right.
Short toupee Ron's a sheriff. Long wig Ron is a fucking investigator.
80-year-old Rick Moranis, Ron Koontz, is the sheriff.
Oh yeah, and it's all involving Billy Two Rivers.
You never see him, so don't even worry about it. He mentions it a billion times, right? In fact, the same scene repeats itself over and over. But yes, there is no Two Rivers. So if you're thinking like, hey, we're gonna see, no.
There is a movie that Ron made after this called Billy Two Rivers.
Yes, I'm sure that he's in there.
And I would love for it to be uploaded to YouTube so we could fucking watch it.
Right.
Because it has to be better than this.
Yes.
We cut to Gray Ron now, talking to normal Ron now.
Right.
The cowboys are tired of you nosing around here asking questions, accusing us of something we're not guilty of. Every time that I ask something about Billy Two Rivers, everything gets quiet. And it seems like somebody wants to shut me up. I've been physically attacked more than once. And most of it comes from asking questions. Now look, if you've got the answers, I want to know them. Got nothing to hide? Give me the answer. We'll put you down. Just how lucky do you feel?
And then Ron kicks himself.
He's like, what's the problem? Like, the problem is you're spray painting your mustache. That's the problem. He just smeared all kinds of white makeup into his fucking shit, and ran out there with one of his multiple wigs. You know, I would love to see his bedroom. It was just wigs hanging all over the wall. You know what I mean? And then at one point you see him, and he still has the white. He's supposed to be normal, Ron, but he still has the white smudges in his fucking shit. Wash it out, Ron. You know?
So anyway, we cut from that to the first of many musical performances in this fucking movie.
Dude, this was Monsters of Rock Tour fucking epic. No. It wasn't. It was the exact opposite of that.
What slowly pulled my soul out. Well, that and Ron talking to Ron for 9% of this movie.
Yes.
But here's some of this.
Mister, that means you. Sister, that means me. And everybody's gotta share. You can't be a devil's rooter, gotta be a square shooter. And if you wanna clink your silver spurs upon the golden stairs.
Dude, I mean, take the biggest concert you've ever seen or heard of, and just make, like, you know, the total opposite of that. This was what that was. 3 old dudes singing out of tune,
Slow
out of
as
key,
fuck.
exactly, not even a key with each other.
Fuck, the guitar dude's drumming his fucking guitar so fucking slow, he's like...
With 2 fingers, I know. He looked like the dude from Total Recall, you know. Hey man, I'm one of you guys.
Oh, fuck, man.
The music was so fucking slow. Seriously, your skin was melting off its skull. You're like, you know? And the people in the audience, at first I was like, wait a minute, is this like a nursing home or some shit? Because it looks like a fucking nursing home. And then when it panned out, it was like, no, they were actually, you know, doing this in front of a whole town.
Well, I don't even think it pans out yet, but yes, it's like at the street festival.
Right, but like nobody obviously was paying attention, because I would have turned around and been like, stop it! You're literally putting his people to sleep standing up.
Anyway, we now cut to normal Ron talking to short toupee Ron about how there was a murder during that West reenactment.
Oh shit.
There's got to be some type of evidence, possibly a blood stain or something. Surely the fluorescent team could have came up with something.
Yeah, and these conversations go on for so long, you lose track of what
Oh
the
my
fuck they're
god,
talking
I know.
about.
It's so fucking long.
Whoa, I feel, and you're like, ah!
So yeah, right after that conversation, we fade to another musical number.
Oh.
In a bright-colored shack on the mountain, bravely fighting the battle of time, is a dear one who's weathered life's sorrow, is that silver-haired daddy of mine. If I could recall all the heartaches, dear old daddy, I've caused you to bear. If I could erase the lines from your face and bring back the gold to your hair.
Oh, gets better, folks.
Oh fucking hell, dude.
I'm Frogman Joe.
No, there's no frogman. I wish there was fucking frogman.
Fake DJ from their, whatever radio station they were broadcasting.
15.
They were broadcasting this, so people at home turned on the radio and heard boom, 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 and everybody were like, wow, and you're like, fuck. Like literally at home and you're ironing and you're like,
well, you know what's gonna make me do that right now? We cut to Ron talking to other Ron. Again.
Holy
dude,
shit.
you watched it.
I know.
99% of this movie is Ron talking to fucking Ron. Because I don't think there is anybody else technically in this movie.
No, it's just right. It's like it's Eddie Murphy from Coming to America, except it's Coming to North Carolina, and it's fucking starring Ron Koontz,
So now we cut to the past, with shittier video quality at all, of these fucking cowboys walking through the fucking woods to that Kmart Mortal Kombat soundtrack song. Well, here, I'll play some of it for the people that don't remember or haven't seen that episode of Cult of Koontz here.
You men spread out.
Mortal Kombat! And then blah, Ron just happens to be there behind a tree, and then he kicks what I assume is Donnie Chester in the fucking face.
He did. He got his foot up pretty high. I was kind of impressed,
Yeah.
Chester's a pretty tall dude. But yeah, he was like, blah, you got him. But afterwards, okay, so Chester comes around a tree, and he's going back to his group, right? He just kind of goes...
Well, no, you missed something first.
Did I?
Ron runs through the fucking woods.
Oh,
because that's what Ron fucking does.
Of course.
But then, yes, it now cuts to Donnie Chester going back to his fucking group. But he doesn't...
shit.
No.
Yeah. They see him, and the dude's like, oh, my tummy rubbing. I gotta go eat some. Or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, the whole time he could have been like, hey, I was standing by a tree taking a take a piss, and some asshole kicked me in the face.
5 points if you can guess what's coming next.
Running up a hill?
That doesn't happen in this movie.
Oh. I wished it did.
You have one of two options.
Oh, let me see. He was either talking to Kmart Dick Cheney or he was talking to fucking 80-year-old Rick Moranis.
Okay, yes, he was talking to himself.
Again.
Here.
Fuck's sake.
What it is, Mr. Williams, there's a lot of crimes in this community that I've got to deal with. I've got to try to stop murder. Cut down on unnecessary fighting. Possibly somebody could get killed from it. I've got to enforce the law. I've got to be there on any 911 call. I've got to be there when needed. And what I'm saying is, until we see that it's foul play, what I'm saying is going to cost the county a lot of money to bring a task force in, when it might not be necessary. I don't know, but I just feel that the killer will come to us. What we got to do is trick this man.
At this point, Chuck was having a fucking seizure. Like, seriously, you were having, like, epileptic meltdowns. Because of how slow this was.
Yes,
you were like...
this movie was painful.
You know, I mean, a couple times we had to throw holy water on you to bring you back from the funk.
And our only other option to cut to from that is, guess what? A fucking musical number.
Moving tenderly, her memory still lingers on. An angel of the night, a moonlit reverie, a star of love so bright shines on my rose of old Pawnee.
Yeah, if you're at home right now, you're like, holy shit, I didn't think anybody could play music that slow. I mean, that dude was strumming the guitar so slow, I'm surprised that thing was even making noise.
Yeah,
you know, he was like,
for real.
Boom, beep, boom, you know, and the guy in the center looks like he's about to go.
So, up to this point, besides that band and random people on the streets and whatnot, we really haven't seen anybody else in this movie having any speaking lines that wasn't goddamn Ron Koontz. Until this point, when we cut to Kmart Kenny Rogers and this dude from the goddamn organization 10 fucking movies ago.
Awesome! 10!
I don't know, I just threw out a number.
Probably, you're probably right though, but like, yeah, holy shit. And then at this point...
And guess what? It's this fucking scene again.
Yeah.
Shoot straight and bring that man in?
Well, I shot at him and I came close to him, but I missed him, but I had orders to bring him in alive, so I couldn't kill him.
I've read the reports and the man got time in a mental hospital. And he'll be out on the streets before we know it, and I believe you made a bad choice here.
But like, at this point through the movie, you're starting to see a lot of just random shots from other movies.
And this is all supposed to be linked together and make fucking sense.
Sometimes they mention Billy Two Rivers, sometimes they don't. You know? And they talk about random whatever, like suspects and stuff like that. You're like, then there's conversations with him and Dick Cheney.
Oh, but we haven't gotten any of those yet.
You know? And I'm like, I have no idea what's happening, man. You're confused.
Well, we cut from that to Ron grooming a horse.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Some chick's coming in, like, hey, who the fuck are you? You know, whatever. You know, but he goes and he just starts rubbing his horse now. And you're like, what the hell's going on?
Well, and now it cuts to Ron on said horse riding around this fucking loop, right?
And you watch him ride around this fucking loop.
And then he disappears. And we're still fucking watching it.
And waiting.
And we're still fucking watching it.
Where are you?
And we're still fucking watching. And now Ron fucking comes around that fucking corner again.
And you're like, oh, what the fuck?
And he's still riding. And he's still riding.
Did he forget that he was recording?
And then he disappears. And it still doesn't cut yet. We're like, oh my god, if Ron comes around that fucking corner one more time. But it doesn't. It just stays on this fucking shot.
Yeah, your brain hurts.
And then it cuts to Vernon and Dick from the goddamn organization doing... No, not that scene.
That would be great, though.
This scene.
Bringing this guy in. He's a good representative of the law in this community. He done a great job.
I think you used poor judgment. That man was shooting to kill, and you should have brought him down.
But I would have loved if they would have done that. Get him,
Oh my god, man.
And you're like,
this is,
wait,
I swear
like
to God.
There's so many scenes from other movies, I don't know what's going on. You know? How can you tie it together with scenes from other movies? Unless you're in every movie you're talking about the same fucking thing!
We cut to a shot of the river. So now we cut to Ron beating up two guys back in the day, you know, from another fucking movie.
Right. I think did he jump kick these guys? I don't think so.
Yes, he did, because we saw this in like 4 other fucking movies.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of shots from this movie, except for this slow singing old guy. You know, I mean, like, I can't believe the balls to broadcast that shit.
So now we cut to this VFW dance, right? But we can't really hear the music. All we can hear is Ron talking over it. Here.
Bob's gonna say you. Bob, being John Meadows, I heard that he was harassing one of your deputies for not shooting a man. What I'm saying is, he thinks that he controls Meadows County, my county.
And like, yeah, the band obviously wasn't interesting enough to put in there.
And then we cut from that to Dick and Ron at, their home bar that they're at in every movie. And I guess they're supposed to be there in the VFW.
Yeah, apparently they're supposed to be in the background at the bar. And Ron is digging the shit out of his root beer. Whatever he's drinking, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, the one shot, though, like, his coke nails are so...
Well, yeah, we need sure to pay Ron. Because all of a sudden, it's like, cuts back to the dance for a second, and then bloop, it's fucking normal Ron. Right. Sitting on the opposite side of Dick Cheney, and I think Dick Cheney's wearing a completely different shirt.
Right, but like, does he ever really introduce any of these fucking characters that he's playing? I mean, he showed up playing, like, the Kmart Walter Matthau, for whatever reason. Who was he, then? Well, he wasn't supposed to be the commissioner, he don't even have the same glasses on. I mean, what?
Exactly.
I look as confused as fucking Dick Cheney half the time he's talking to him.
So now we cut to Donnie Chester from another movie giving this fucking dialogue.
What we got is all in Officer Denbo's mind. It's one thing to live in a fantasy world and have conspiracy theories, but it's another thing. We've got real crimes and real investigations, and this is reality. And we've got to get busy. We don't have time for fantasy.
No, Mr. Johnson.
I wish it was. And guess what? Blah, blah, fucking blah. Another musical fucking number. Yippee-ki-yay-yi-yo-yay!
Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky.
You just want to blow his face off. Because it's like, I think they did, at one point they did Ghost Riders on the story. And I was like, wow, fucking Johnny Cash is definitely rolling in his shit.
And now it pans over and we see it's a street festival. This is where we finally see it's a street festival. And we're getting all these people on film without any permission whatsoever, I guarantee it. And why are we zooming in on this cop's gut? I don't know.
What about the one dude with the red shirt?
That's a little bit later on.
You gotta get the red shirt epic gut, man. That guy was fucking huge. I thought he was a fucking float at first. With feet.
And now we cut to another West reenactment here.
I think you guys ought to slap some leather while you got your...
And you're like, why? Why?
Fuck it, dude.
What does this have to do with anything? Why?
I don't know, and I don't fucking care. I can't believe I'm saying this during a Ron Koontz fucking movie. So, moving on. We cut to Ron talking to Kmart Kenny Rogers, and they're not even in the same fucking house.
Hell no.
Here.
Mr. Meadows, I realize that you are in the tourist business in reenactments in the West. You are not a suspect. Possibly one of your cowboys had a live round in his chamber. And it was an accident. I mean, Mr. William Rivers, he is missing.
Sure, my heart bleeds for all those people who have passed on. In a business, you don't quit when things don't go the way you want them to.
Mr. Meadows, your cowboys have attacked me 2 different times when I was in the wooded area trying to gain information on Mr. William Rivers. Possibly he was in that area, possibly a gunfight. So far I found nothing. Makes your cowboys look guilty.
what the fuck's going on, you know, because his conversations are so slow that you, like, can't quite comprehend what he's saying.
Speaking of comprehending, Donnie Chester fucking contemplates for an extremely long fucking time. I mean, he's just sitting there like this.
We're like, huh, why the fuck is Donnie Chester deep in thought? You know? Is he gonna say something?
And it cuts to Ron making this face, and then saying this.
Billy Two Rivers, he had a different attitude than most Native Americans. What it is, his attitude was, let the white man kill the cow and I eat the steak. The buffalo is gone. Frontier is over. It's over for me, and it's over for you.
I
feel like there's another musical number coming here.
No.
When it's twilight on the trail, as I lope along, the world is but a dream, and the ripple of the stream is my song.
I love that shit, dude. Like, I seriously, like, everybody, like, people in the street were, like, walking, like...
Well, yeah, because it cuts to more street people, guaranteed no permission whatsoever.
Oh, hell no.
And, yeah, you get the walking tomato, as Bird said.
The walking tomato. He was, man. I mean, holy shit. Hey. Fucking A, man.
So guess what it cuts to, Bird?
What?
Ron talking to fucking Ron.
Mr. Rivers, he traveled a lot. He could have just got tired of the place and just left. Went pricey for himself. He could have gained some brutal fight and possibly for his own good felt that he should be getting out of town.
I was like, wow, they're really in shape down there in North Carolina. Well, I can't say shit. We're not really in shape up here in Kentucky.
So, we cut to the VFW dance again, where Dick and Ron are talking about Chinese gangs and karate here.
You know, these foreigners come over here and get their citizenship, and they start these gangs, and especially the Chinese. They got some rough ones because they did this karate stuff, and it looks important to these people, and they get into the gangs with them because they like that karate look, and they feel like, you know, if they can learn that, they'll be the greatest. So that entices them to join that karate stuff. They come in and start these little groups, and that's not really good.
I love it. I was like, when he started talking, I was like, here we go, dude. Here comes our racism that we were waiting to happen for so long, you know? He was like, these Chinese. And I was like, yes, here we go. Dick Cheney's going off script. Here we are.
But that did not happen because
no.
It cuts to Ron with the stick hat again, right?
But they were talking about Kung Fu guys.
Yeah.
I just don't remember any Kung Fu guys being in this besides Wrong's head being plastered onto another guy. So, where do the Asians come into play? You know, are there gangs? Supposedly there's Asian gangs that Dick Cheney's obviously worried about that don't exist at all.
It doesn't matter.
Worry about a bunch of rednecks dressing up in cowboy gear, shooting at each other on a fucking street.
So we cut to Ron fucking with his stick hat again, right? So he kicks it once when Ron in a flannel shirt comes in, and then Ron turns around.
He's just there to deliver the mail.
And kicks Ron in the flannel shirt the fuck out.
He fucking nailed him, and we were both like, whoa, what, why?
But then he automatically goes back to kicking his fucking hat again.
Don't ever fucking interrupt Ron when he's hat kicking, man, because he'll kick you fucking in the head.
Oh yeah, so Ron, you know, goes outside, and then Ron with a machete kinda comes up, and Ron takes out Ron.
It was epic. It was Ron versus Ron all the way through the end, you know?
Oh no, because remember, he kicked the hat hanging from the tree.
Oh,
Remember?
right. Oh, he did.
Yeah, cause
That's right. We were like,
hey.
hey, that shit was hanging from a tree. And we were like, just who cares?
Yeah.
At this point, we know.
But that was the end of the 45 seconds that this movie was worth talking about. You know, we talked about a lot of
Oh
other
my
stuff,
God.
and we still had a little bit more to talk about. But the only stuff worth talking about was the very beginning with him kicking the hat,
Right.
his head plashing onto a kung fu movie,
Hat kicking.
that scene right there. That's it.
That's it.
Everything else was fucking boring, slow bullshit.
Oh, dude, those
But-
music numbers killed
Anyway,
it.
we now cut back to Ron talking to Kmart Kenny Rogers, wrapping up the whole plot, I think,
I guess.
here.
We found William Rivers, Billy Two Rivers. He's in the hospital. What happened was he was robbed in a wooded area with two men with clubs, and they left him for dead. Then a good Samaritan came along and got him to the hospital, and he didn't want to get involved, so Billy told him, it's just a fight that I lost. That's what he told the people in the hospital.
Was there a plot? I don't. Fuck if I know. I mean, he never. You ever notice that Ron never really catches a bad guy? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You ever notice
He does in some movies.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't fucking seen it, you know what I mean? I haven't seen the motherfucker ever just walking down, holding the dude's arm with his arm.
Dude, he
shackled.
thunder kicked the dude in the Iron Sheriff.
I guess.
took him
I
down.
don't fucking remember, dude. I just don't remember this guy ever taking anybody down.
But yeah,
It
anyway.
ends with some guy handing a little girl something in front of a fireplace or a fucking festival that was just randomly taking
Well,
place.
yes, it cuts back to the festival and credits over top of said festival.
Yeah, and you're like, oh fuck it. I kind of figured this is where it would end. And
So
I
this-
thank Christ for that.
It's definitely the most painful Ron Koontz movie we have
It
watched
was.
so fucking far. But I still don't hate Ron, not one
I
fucking
don't hate
bit.
Ron.
And I just want to say, if you want to watch Ron Koontz movies, avoid this one.
Avoid that.
You know, any of the other ones so far, kind of so far, but worth watching. This one,
I mean, if you want to watch the beginning, that was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
the beginning was awesome, but it's just like the rest of it, please. I don't
but
know.
you've already seen
Save
those
yourself.
clips during this review,
Yeah,
so,
that makes
you don't
it
even
mine.
need
I
to.
mean, if you want to watch it after seeing that, God bless your soul. I don't know.
So on that note, for Gutter Bird, this has been another one of the worst movies on YouTube. Cult of Koontz edition. We'll see you next week.
We're still around.
I don't know what we're going to do, though, next week, man. We just came off of Pam Grier month. We had a Koontz that was painful.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do next fucking week. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Ritual suicide.
Maybe we should do that heavy metal thing, how to get into heavy metal like that lady sent us.
You want to learn how to get into heavy metal?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
And into 80s heavy metal.
You want to be like Thor?
John Michael Thor.
You
Fuck
better
yeah,
start
dude.
working out then. Or you want
What?
to be like the old.
I want to be like now Thor.
completely out of shape and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. I accept that.
Me.
What are you, fucking Beaker now?
Yeah. I am Beaker.
Sheriff, the bank on Baker Road's been robbed. Bank robbers took refuge in the housing project. It's got victims.
Well, let's get out there. I want to be with my men. I want to bring this crook in alive. Now.
God damn it, dude. I should not be in this fucking mind frame to review a goddamn Ron Koontz fucking movie. So I'm gonna put on this fake happiness, right? And cover up the fact that this Ron Koontz movie fucking tore my soul out.
Slowly.
Slowly.
It came
for
out
an
slow
hour.
bits at a time. You were like, no! Trying to hold it back, and it was like, fuck you!
So anyway, I guess let's start with the fake happy.
So what I'm saying, I just feel that Mr. Rivers could have been murdered. When I'm saying murdered in this reenactment of the West. All we got to go on is Mr. Rivers' behavior. What I'm saying is, in the military, he was a good person till he got to drinking. When he got to drinking, he got mean. What it is, he liked the high standard of living. What I'm saying might not have anything to do with a mob hit. It might not have to do anything with anybody owing him money. He probably wasn't connected with drugs in any way. Now this is just a wild guess. I feel that whoever killed him, I feel he had a quick temper. He's quick to fight. Somebody could have been out to settle a lot of debt, and that could have cost him his life. That's what I'm saying.